What's going on? This is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Um, I wanted to get the ShanGO DX out, but right now I don't know. Nobody's yeah, traps coming through, baby. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, I wanted to do some ShanGO DX readings. I'm kind of just waiting for hey, everybody, what's going on, everybody? I see some people in the room. Um, got a couple quick announcements, but anyways, first of all, I wanted to do some Shane Godiacs. I like doing them all because I like to give y'all all of them. I don't want to do like three signs here and then three signs there. And I understand, scheduling can be an issue, for all of us. But so I decided just to kind of keep it brief. This is kind of like a mini Shane Godiac, but I'm gonna hit the fire signs. I'm gonna hit the water signs. Lizette, what's popping with you? How you doing? How are ya doing? Borachanga. DJ Drew, what's up, man? How you been, sir? Good to see you again. Anyways, so since I'm not gonna be doing all the signs right now, I just don't have the time tonight. But I wanted to do something, so I'm gonna do the elements. The earth signs. I mean, earth sign, water signs. So if you're a water sign, if you're a fire sign, wind sign, air sign, I mean, wind. Grace Jackson, Trina Wilson, absolutely. You got to keep it positive. You got to keep it positive, girl. You got to, you know. But before I begin that, and first of all, I also want to thank y'all for being here. Or if you're watching on the rebroadcast, I want to thank you for that too. Um, I have a message for somebody. I don't know who or what. Okay. Oftentimes I don't. I'm the last to know. But this message is for somebody who is very intuitive. Maybe you're a reader yourself, a reader. Um, and by the way, when I do this next thing at Shango X, I'm thinking of just tossing the cards for this because you got your readers, and there's some cool readers out there, but I kind of look at it like musicians. I know some badass sheet musicians, but when you take that sheet out their face, they can't do shit. And I came up cutting my chops using this and this. You know what I mean? As far as music goes, so I can also do the same with the cards. So I think I'm gonna do that for this for the actual Shango X where I go through each sign. But anyways, the message. And I don't know why I felt I had to say that, but this is actually from Santísima Muerte. All right, this message kind of came to me through Santísima Muerte. Okay, now I have a feeling it's for somebody. It could be for several people, but I have a feeling that this is also for somebody who does this kind of like for a living professionally too, or you are the go-to, or usually you just have this pronounced, intuitive development that is recognized and stuff like that. But she was telling me to say to you, and I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't have to know, but she was telling me to say to you because there's something that you missed, and you got really down and really hard on yourself about it, and you almost felt a sense of either, well, both. Guilt is inside. Shame has to do with how we are perceived or how we perceive that we're perceived, if that makes any sense. So I feel also some elements of guilt and shame there too, but there's something that you missed. But I wanted to also say and add into this too that it doesn't matter who or what who you are, how well you can read or how well you can see or feel or whatever. For some, smell. Yeah, it's a thing. Um, but as long as you're in a human body and as long as you're having an individualized experience, there's only going to be so much information that you can see at one time. Okay. Um, there's always for as much as you can know. There's As soon as you know that, it opens up a whole bunch of fucking infinite shit that you don't know, you know? And the bottom line is, be easy on yourself, be easy on yourself, you know. Please, I implore you, be easy on yourself, like forgive yourself, like, because I could hear, not necessarily hear, but I can feel the weight of the words of the inner critic, your inner critic also. And it's just kind of like, like, listen, man, that's how shit rolls. As long as you're having a human individualized experience, what do I mean by that? As long as you're in this meat suit called a human body, and you know you're able to play in this matrix and play in this illusion being that, like, I'm here and you're there and they're over there and we're all separate and all that. You got to have that illusion of separateness in order to even have an experience, so be easy on yourself, you know I will go back to the comments. I kind of wanted to jump into this. I have just a few other little short announcements too, um, which brought up just some good points. So just bear with me. I will get to the signs, the element reading here in just a second. Um, I had a client. I'm not gonna say who she is or whatever because I have not asked her if I can really whatever. She had a breakup spell. She got a breakup spell from me a few short weeks ago. I already got the email, the confirmation. She was like, "Wow, like basically she had a way to monitor whether things were working, which is another good thing. Like if you're doing some type of work on somebody, whether for yourself or whatever, it's always good. Yes, we're going to divine on the situation. We're going to use our cards, our shells, or whatever, but you got to also have some type of intel. You got to have some type of way because the spell, the ritual can work, but what kind of good is that if you don't know about it, but she has her way. And then I get an email the next day, and she's telling me how he starts telling her, man, I've been having these vivid dreams about you, and all this other stuff. Like, and apparently he has not had no contact with her for a long time. And when you sever that connection, it's just a good point. And I just wanted to bring this up for those of you who are doing this type of work too. But when you sever that connection, a lot of times it frees up for that stuff that's already in the target that maybe they once had for you, or whatnot. Because sometimes you start interjecting other energies into the mix, i.e., other people. It's like working with chemicals. It has different reactions. Some chemicals go better with each other, and some chemicals, might nullify other chemicals or whatever. So, anyways, once that happened, once we put the brat on them, then some of that other stuff was able to come back up, which is definitely not, I guess you could say, stereotypical, because I always say the breakup is pretty much impending. It's like 99%, like it's impending, but like that doesn't mean that they're gonna, necessarily want to come back to you. That's a whole different thing. So it just brought up a good point. I just wanted to mention that for those of you who are doing that type of work, also, just keep that in mind too. The other thing is I got an oil for the goddesses. I didn't make it. It's from a very, very powerful goddess. How can I say it? My first impression of this oil, I'll have more information. I'm just getting through some things here. My first impression of this oil, I'm a big James Bond fan, right? It's like if James Bond was a woman. It's not like a good luck oil, but it is. But it has to do with you know assisting you in being that fucking badass goddess that you already are. So, especially for those professional women, or women who got their own business or who maybe have something on the side, because it does deal with finances. It also deals with, attraction and stuff like that. Because, when you're focused on your passion and stuff like that, you can't help but be magnetic. You know what I'm saying? But the energy that really came through for this oil was Persephone. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Persephone is she is the wife of Hades, the god of the underworld. So whenever we're talking about the underworld too, we're also talking about death and rebirth. So for those of you who are interested in, like, wanting to have all the hedge your bets, because you know, maybe you're recreating yourself every now and then. You recreate yourself. You're coming new. You know, you're just a badass. I'm gonna have more information on this oil yet, but it'll be ready in a few days though. But I'm very very excited. And like I said, it's for the goddesses. I'm sorry, like I can't, like it's not. And there's also specific elements in this for attracting men. Okay, so go figure. But yeah, I was just excited about that, and you know, obviously for me to put any type of stamp on it, like I'm very, very, very. I don't co-sign most shit unless I'm doing it because I know what I'm doing. That's the only reason why, you know. So Ellie in the house, what's going on? Ellie, yeah, what's happening? Like I said, I'm gonna go back because if not, I'll get lost up in the sauce with y'all. But for now, let's get into this ShanGO. It's a mini ShanGO app, okay? So I guess I will start with the water signs. Okay, so this is a reading for all the water signs. Okay, rich and wealthy, I see you. Peace and blessings to you. Mad respect to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's get it. Let's get it. Water signs. Water signs. So whether you're a Cancer, whether you're a Scorpio, or whether you're a Pisces, this can rock with you. Okay, this can rock with you. All right. One more time. Show us what's going on. And like I said, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. I just want to give you a little something though. Something that's going on. Some of you water signs, well, what's going on with you, man? Okay, I'm gonna show you your cards. All right. Now, as you can see, some of you water signs been going through a lot of loss. Okay, I feel a loss of a. This almost can feel like a death too. Maybe y'all have had a breakup. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of a loss of a relationship. It could be a loss of a situation that you were emotionally attached to. But the key here, the thing that they keep telling me is, I'm feeling your emotional attachment, which was basically severed. You know, so I'm feeling this immense sense of sadness, maybe some loss. Some of you, there's there's somebody out there, a water sign out there too, who you know, somebody actually transitioned. So it actually is a death, a literal transitional situation. Okay. Now, this is the second card. And some of you, you know, 2019 has gotten off to a little bit of a rocky start. It wasn't as, you know, new year, new me, you know. Well, I don't know about that, you know, not just yet. But this card right here is also the card, and I wanted to address this with some of you water signs, okay? Because, and another thing, I can see how the emotion, there's an emotional blockage going on. And it's tying into this by way of, because this is actually the card also, as far as I recognize it, as the law of attraction card. Okay, this is also a card of baggage, and as you can see, most of the spades here are pointing down. It's reversed. Okay, so some of this baggage, whether it's from recent and or from past goings-ons, all right, is blocking your ability to successfully implement um, the law of attraction for you. Okay, being able to manifest, to create, to attract what the hell it is that you want right now. There's some things in the way, and I can tell you with utmost certainty right now that a lot of this is in the emotional realm too. Sometimes it's funny. You deal with certain beliefs or negative beliefs, and then you can also deal with the emotions. Sometimes by allowing emotions to, you know, do what they do, the beliefs can change. Sometimes when you change the beliefs, obviously it's going to change the emotion. So there's different ways you can work about it, but I would suggest you do, you know, some of that. Also, this is coming in several different ways here. Okay. Okay. Um, this card is also the card of the other woman. Now, what's interesting about it to me is I feel like some of you water signs, and I got my piece of Tektite up in here. Shout out Amy Whitlock too. She uses playing cards. She gave me this piece of Tektite some time back, and man, let me tell you something. But anyways, this is also right now. This card means a lot of things, but right now, what's coming to the surface for me is it's also the card of the other woman. okay, or the other person, I guess you could say too. But I'm definitely feeling a feminine energy around this, like a woman energy, not just someone who has a pronounced feminine energy. I'm talking about someone who was born with that slit, you know what I'm saying, and some ovaries or something like that, you know. So you know, like I said, some of you water signs have been in this other position. Y'all been in this position, okay, or you've been tolerating a situation with a person who has got one of these too. You know what I'm saying? And it's been pretty much decimating your self-esteem, if you will, okay, and how you value yourself too. So I gotta say, in addition to that, there is also, you know, there's also like a motherly energy, but this mother, um, she's very mental in her dealings. You know, she always knew how to get you mentally, you know, whether it's just not speaking to you, giving you the silent treatment. Sometimes that can be traumatic as a very small child when you're just straight up ignored and you're like crying at your mom and stuff like that, you know, or something like that. But maybe she was even, for lack of a better word, she was even very manipulative too. You know, she might have done some things, been selfish in certain seasons of her life that has affected you too. That's also coming through too with this. But yeah, that's what I'm getting here. But the bottom line here is this coming through. This is one of the most important things I'm feeling for you water signs that this is referring to, okay? And that is, you know, you want to move forward, you got to take that parking brake off. You know, that parking brake is not going to let you go how you need to go and even as fast as you need to go, because I know some of y'all get impatient too, you know. So sometimes it pays to take 2 steps back so that way you can take 4 steps forward. Okay, if that makes any sense to you. So now who's next? I guess we'll go with I don't know. I guess we'll go with Earth signs. Okay. So this next one is for my Earth signs. All right. And by the way, shout out to everybody. It's been phenomenal fucking energy here. It's been crazy here at the ShanGO Laboratory, ShanGO Enterprises. Okay, we got this supreme love pot spell going on. It's gonna be continuing. Okay, the love energy is fucking permeating. Believe me, the bags under my eyes testified to that. You know, meaning I ain't got no sleep. But I got that shit going on. I got breakup shit going on. I got other shit. So it's a whole mix of energies over here. Okay, but Earth signs. Let's see what's going on with you. Show us what's going on with the Earth signs. We don't know what needs to come through for who needs to see it right now. Right now, RAT now. Earth signs. What's up? Earth signs. So Earth sign, whether you are a Taurus, whether you're a Virgo, or whether you're a Capricorn, okay? Whether you're a Capricorn. All right, just a second. Let me look through this. All right. So check this out, Earth sign. We'll start. These are your cards. All right. These are your cards. And we're going to get into these. All right. And I will be going, after this, I'm going to take a very short intermission because I want to go through the comments. Say, I don't want y'all feeling left out now. Okay. Papa Shangi talking about that. All right. So right now, you're feeling very intuitively connected to your intuition, which is a good thing. Keep continuing to listen to that. You want to foster that. Remember, think of your intuition as if it's another person sometimes. You know, how would you treat another person? Think about the relationship. You know, are you just gimme, gimme, gimme? Or is it a give take? You know, is there respect given? Stuff like that. Because your intuition will continue to grow and bloom as long as you keep that relationship up. Part of that is also heeding your intuition. And I feel like right now, some of you have been avoiding or circumventing certain shitty situations because you are heeding your intuition. And I want to give you guys props on that and encourage you guys to keep doing that because you're not crazy. All right. That's one of the other things. Sometimes your intuition, well, it's not your intuition, it's your logical mind that'll have you thinking that you're fucking crazy. This is nuts. This is preposterous. It cannot be, but it is. All right. Second of all, I'm gonna get to her. All right. This is something that needs to be addressed pronto. Okay. So The other thing here, even though this is not reversed, some of you earth signs have this almost like an anxiety, okay, dealing, like I feel, in addition though to having this, remember, okay, this is important, I need to say this, too much fear will shut down your intuition, okay, which is why the powers that be, why you think the news is always gloomy, why you think the news is always doom and gloom, and everywhere you look it's always just negativity and shit like that. You know, it's about creating this vibe of fear, because fear shuts down your higher faculties. You know, being in survival mode will shut down your higher faculties. You know, get them adrenal glands going and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to get in a fight or something like that. Some people, some of y'all basically kind of live like that, and it's no wonder that you fried. You know, because that shit will wear you the fuck out. So to keep this going, I just have to say this because I feel like there's a hint. You know, some of you earth signs lately have been feeling very, you feel like you almost have to be defensive a little bit with life itself, which is not cool. You know what I'm saying? But also within certain relationships, sometimes there's some people challenging you. There's some, you know, even if they're, whether they're making fun of you, maybe they're harassing you, whatever. But I do feel a form of defense, like having to be on defense. You might even have some problems with certain individuals, which leads me to her. Okay? Now, this is going several different ways, and I will. But before I do that, for some of y'all though, this is actually working together though. I just had to address the negative part of this, but now I'm going to address the positive for those who that you know, that corresponds with, and that is, you know, seven is all about the self also. It leads you, whenever you get something with a seven, it's always leading you back to yourself. Yes, there is an outside context, but this outside context is actually trying to get your attention. Something inside of you is trying to get your attention by way of something outside of yourself, or what appears to be outside of yourself, whether that's a relationship, you know, some type of financial crisis, some type of health situation, whatever it is, right? So some of y'all have been doing your inner excavation. You know what I'm saying? You've been, you know, doing that inner love. GG Love, you can always come and see me, www.shango-ray.com. Um, I'll get to you though, I'll address that too. But yeah, I have to say this. Some of you earth signs, this is really, really, this was like the coup de grace here, okay? Y'all are dealing with a troublemaking bitch. There's some bitch, and I feel like for some of you, as it related to the lower octave of this, you got some like bitches harassing you, or this bitch and her bitches, or whoever, however, are harassing you. Okay, now she could be a fire sign, because this is also uh, indicative of a fire sign, specifically a Leo, but it doesn't have to be a Leo. It could be a fire sign, or she could have heavy fire sign in her Mars. Mars is also about you know, how you go to war, how you know, deal with conflicts and, and confrontations as well. So I feel there's a heavy, heavy, like, I feel like, you know what? I feel like somebody's even lightweight, almost, almost being, it almost feels like being bullied. It almost feels like being bullied. So it's very imperative right now that you also keep this going on, okay? This is also helping you a lot. So, yeah. The other thing with this, though, the other positive note for this, for some of you earth signs, is you're bossing up on the job. Or you actually, and you know what, this is also coming through as like more of a forecasty type of vibe also for some of you earth signs. You're going to be bossing up here. So in other words, there's some promotion and or transferring to either another job within the same profession, or transferring to just another, I'm doing a career change, fuck it, I'm gonna do this now, you know. But it's something of a higher octave. So on another note of this, I do feel there are some positive, very powerful positive aspects, especially relating to work, and yes, your spiritual work too. Don't forget your spiritual work. um yeah, 555 Juju crew coming too. Okay, so now we just did the earth sign, so let's see what's going on. I'm going to go back in the comments, so hold on now. Hold on. Wow, there's some comments here. Wow. LJ, what's going on? How are you, LJ? Good to see you. Lizette, half a flame. Just had this conversation with my twin. Yeah, for real. It's real. It's real. It's real. You gotta forgive yourself, man. You're not gonna catch it all. You're not. As much as you know, there's gonna be so much you don't know. Jamantha Reed, what's popping with you? How are you? Cypher Terrestrial, Princess Lena. Yeah, I need finances for a case which I need to file. I see. Nicole McCoy. How are you, Nicole? Eliel, what's going on? Good to see you. Rich Wealthy, I shot you out there, Rich. Good to see you, Rich. Simone Ray. Simone Ray, what's going on? You're too kind. You're too kind. Let me see here. Teen Cancer, huh? Wow. All right. Why, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, man. Please like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like it's hitchhiking. It's very easy. It's 27. There could be 27 likes in here if y'all just went doop. That's it. That's all you gotta do. My Soul Therapy Tarot, how are you? Good to see you. Princess Lena Batia, please can I have your email? Yeah, you can actually just email me with business related questions. You can email it at askshangoraynow@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, and there's some way that you can find to contact me on there too, which is www.shango-ray.com. Okay. Jessica Marez. Jessica, you missed water and earth signs, and we're about to go into some air sign action right now. Some good old air sign action. What we got here? Team Sagittarius gang, that's right. What's popping? Sharonica Nelson. You a Capricorn. Well, we just did earth signs, so that would encompass Capricorn. So without further ado, let's get into some air sign action. Okay. So all you Gemmies out there, all you Geminis, all you Aquariuses, you gotta watch the rebroadcast, Jessica. Gemini Ascendant, huh? That's right. All right. You know what? Yeah, my Mars is in Gemini, so that's always why. I've always just kind of like knew, but as I started getting older and I started learning, like, if you want her body, you gotta get her mind. You know what I'm saying? Get her mind, everything will follow. But that's beside the point. TMI. Show us what's going on with the air signs, known and unknown, what we need to know, what needs to be known by who needs to know it. Show us what's going on with the air signs. Show us what is going on with the air signs. One more time. Make it good. All right. What's going on with the air signs? Ashe. Air signs. Y'all are kind of killing it, I see, huh? Let me see here. Oh, air sign. Okay. Well, let me show you your cards without further ado. All right. So you got the 3 of diamonds, and you got an 8 of diamonds. Okay. This is a very, very. We'll get into that. I'm sure some of you know already. And you got this Jack of Hearts. I know some of you Gemini, or not Gemini. Some of you air signs are being this Jack of Hearts too. You know, and we'll get into that real quick here. But okay. So first of all, I see like this is a time right now. Some of y'all are really able to, you know, begin to manifest. Also build some of your, you know, your cash up. You know, I see things happening for you incrementally in your outside world. You know, whether also maybe acquiring different material items, maybe another car. Somebody got a car. I feel like somebody got a car, and like now you have 2 cars, something like that. But yeah, your shit's kind of coming together now. But in true Gemini fashion, I do feel like this is a yin yang card too. It's not just positive, it's not just negative, but I still feel like sometimes for some of you air signs, as good as you do, the more you're going to worry. It's almost like you have an unconscious belief that as my pendulum swings so far to this side, to the good side, Lord have mercy, it's going to swing this way too. So there's almost kind of like this little tiny fear of like what's going to fuck up now, you know. And I understand that because that's more of a defense mechanism to help protect you also from different forms of, you know, it kind of helps you. There's the subconscious belief that if I kind of worry about it, that I will lessen the blow when something comes down. And I know something's going to come down because things might be going kind of good right now. And maybe some of you air signs are used to things kind of going shitty sometimes, you know. Believe me, you can get addicted to negative feelings, you know. You can get addicted to negative feelings to where as you start feeling good, it's like, whoa, what is this? I'm not used to feeling this good, you know. But some of you too, this is kind of all over the place, just like you air signs are. Some of you have had a change of value, all right? Hey, listen, something, I don't know what this is, but no good deed will go unpunished, all right? So this is also dealing with your own personal values, all right? Some of you need to step it back up as far as like the way that you're valuing yourself, how you're viewing yourself. I guess if you want to call it self-esteem or how you're feeling about yourself also, all right? Based on if you're living authentically, are you living true to yourself or do you feel like you're living fake? Hmm? Are you doing what you really want to do, or do you feel like you're just compromising? Like compromising will kill you, okay? It'll fucking kill you, all right? But this is an eight of diamonds, so I do see there is this also anointing in the name of Jesus for finances. Okay, you had a problem. The Lord's telling me that you had problems with finances, but the Lord is with you and you will overcome all financial challenges and you will see the multiplication of your money. All right. So, but you got to activate that. It's with you, but you got to activate that. You know what I'm saying? You got to tap into that. You got to know that it's there. You got to move from that place. I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha, Sharonica. Amen. All right. So that's also what this is telling me. Now to the guest of honor. We got the Jack of Hearts. Now, this Jack of Hearts can be very tantalizing. You know what I'm saying? A very magnetic lover. Some of you Gemini, why I keep saying Gemini? Goddamn it! Some of you air signs are very tantalizing. You can be very tantalizing. You can be very, uh, you know, you can draw people in mentally. It's almost like they can't get you out your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or their mind. You know, but there is a lower side to this. Okay, i.e., being full of shit. Being full of shit, okay? Whereas, how do you know if this Jack of Hearts, when in its lower octave, is lying? When his lips are moving, okay? Some of you know about that, all right? Let's keep it real here. You can keep it real with Papa Shanguito, okay? I'm not judging you, okay? Believe me. I've played every part, so I know, all right? So that's also what's going on. The other thing about some of you are dealing with a Jack of Hearts, could be a water sign, okay? Or there could be a water sign coming to you, okay? Now, this water sign is this Jack of Hearts in a lower um, octave, okay? And what I mean by that, yo, at first it starts off good. Maybe the sex is good, you know, long conversations, shit like that. But it starts getting wishy washy, okay? That's one of the telltale signs. They got hot feet, you know what I'm saying? Wishy washy. It's hard to it's hard to plan. It's hard to like you can't depend on them for shit really, you know. And some of these will establish a pattern with you where they're in and they're out. They're in and they're out. If this is referring to you as some type of jack of hearts or a water sign coming to you, but some of you may already be dealing with this person, okay? And as I've said before, some of you are this person and you know it, okay? And you know what? You may even be doing a little juggling yourself, all right? And you're kind of like, that's also coming through here. You're also kind of like, yeah, but I don't really like them. I mean, they like me more than I like them. I don't really, yeah, I like this about that person, but I don't like their feet. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is, you know, but you're kind of just bouncing around, ping ponging around, or doing whatever, hoeing around, thoughting around, whatever you're doing, man. I mean, I'm not here to judge. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there's a time to do everything, you know, in my opinion, pretty much. But yeah, so but it may have you also question like what do I really want here? Like what is really going on here? Am I living up to my full potential too? You know, all that stuff like that. So that has been your air sign reading. So I know it's for somebody, not everybody, but it's for somebody. Yeah, see, well, that happens. That happens. You know. You get some of that going on. It doesn't have to just be an air sign, but I know that characteristically a lot of air signs can be very full of shit, and very good at being full of shit. Now, every sign has its people that are just very good at being full of shit, as you all can attest. But yeah. So now I've saved the best for last. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we got fire signs coming up right now. Okay, so got them fire signs, baby. Fire signs, fire signs. Which means Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Sag gang, all right? Them Sag gang. What them Sag gang like? Yeah, them fire signs, baby. Them fire signs. Some of you got a lot of fire in your chart, though. So just because your sun sign is something else, don't mean you ain't still with the fire. All right, with that flame, flame. Yeah, drum roll. Can I hear it? Love it. All right, I'm gonna do this right. Shows what we need to know for the fire signs. I say. Good. What do we got? Interesting. Here are your cards, fire signs. All my flames. All right. Got the 9 of spades. We'll get into that. All right. What we got here? King of hearts. King of hearts. This can also be talking about some Pisces energy too. All right. And the 10 of diamonds. Okay. I'm going to start off with this for some of you fire signs. All right. I think I mentioned it earlier about kind of like the phoenix. The phoenix burns itself up so it becomes ashes only to be reborn again. Some of you fire signs are going through that burning up part because you're about to go to another level. And this is, yes, also referring spiritually. It can be also reflecting some of you have just lost a job, the end of a job. You might have quit a job. Or some of you will be either getting fired or quitting on your own reconnaissance, I guess you could say. You're going to just say, fuck that, I'm out of here, Zesty red, sticky feet. Yep. And, some of you, let me see what is this card telling me? Well, this King of Hearts is talking a lot. Okay, some of you fire signs are also having a hard time with a child's father. Okay? There's several ways this is coming through. I see a child's father, so like I hate using the term, but like a baby daddy situation's not going cool. All right? Some of you are also having problems, or you're dealing with stuff from your father, or whatever the fatherly authority figure that you dealt with or made a big impact for you. Okay? And for last, if you have a penis, in your fire sign, you might just be becoming a father too. There's that popping up for somebody. I don't sense that one is as prevalent as the other two scenarios that I mentioned. Okay, what's going on, Ireland? Hi, lad. Much love to Ireland. Now we got this though. In the midst of all this going on right now, you also need to kind of keep because some of you fire signs get really, really down on yourself too. Trust me, I know. So, this is also like, okay, let's deal with this on several different. Let's go from the mundane down to, the more inner world and spiritual things about this card. Some of you may be taken, as far as status-wise, dip in your finances. However, I gotta tell you, this 10 is a very also powerful influence because just like that, boom, it turns around. You know what I mean? So I feel like for those of you who are experiencing that or are kind of like on the precipice of kind of getting this into this little mini season where your money's kind of fucked up a little bit or it seems fucked up, yeah, it's going to turn around just like that. It's going to turn around. So just hold tight. Don't panic, man. Don't panic. Okay? Don't panic. Okay? So you got to Yeah. So you gotta keep that in mind too. All right. Now on another level, as it relates to you. All right, because I feel like some of you fire signs too haven't been viewing yourself as I don't, how can I say this? You've been looking at yourself through shit colored glasses. Okay? Does that make sense? Sometimes I gotta have some type of analogy, and that makes more sense than me sitting here trying to explain the shit. But yeah, it's time to take them glasses off. First of all, know that you can take them off, and then second of all, choose a better pair or better kind of glasses to put on that you view yourself in. Okay, and also keep in mind that you got to pay attention to what you're doing, what moves you're making, and your intentions. Why are you doing this shit? You know, are you doing this out of fear? Are you doing this out of trying to appease somebody, or are you living true to yourself? Because I gotta tell you, no matter what happens on the outside, if you're living true to yourself, it feeds you. It gives you something that you cannot get by just, being some type of, just like being some type of rag doll, in some way like that. Because you're a fire sign, goddammit. So step up to your fire, goddammit. But yeah, so it's kind of like there's a lot of different scenarios going on for some. There's a lot of different scenarios going on here for some of you fire signs, though. But it can definitely be. This is a very powerful, like I said, influence. This is one of those things. It's telling me right now that look, it can be bad this week and next week like that. But that's going to be contingent, and it's going to depend on you with how you respond, how you choose to respond. Don't react. Robots react. Okay, choose to respond in a particular way. And that even goes to with how you're choosing to look at shit. How are you choosing to define this situation? Is this a situation happening to you, or is it happening for you? You know, is this a stumbling block, or is it a stepping stone? The answer is both. Really, it's what you choose to co-sign with. What are you co-signing with? That's what they want me to tell you. All right. So that has been your fire reading. Now let's go to these comments. Zara73, what's going on? I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nicole McCoy. M Deals. I'm glad I'm making sense. Good. I know sometimes I can sound kind of crazy. That's not by accident. I'm grateful for integrity in reading regardless of the nature of the news. Thank you, M Deals. That's the only way I can personally give it. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, god damn. Maybe I should reshuffle again. And the spirit's like, nah. That's what came through. Give what comes through. Sometimes I even be like, this cannot be fucking right. I'm gonna sound like a fucking moron when I say this. A boron. And then I end up saying it and it's like, right between the eyes. And I'm like, okay. So I learned that a long time ago. Not to be second guessing and stuff like that. Let me see. Sharana, I want to kill him. You know what? Don't do anything stupid, okay? You gotta think about it. Sometimes it is better to handle things magically because you can't be tried for that in a court of law. Okay? Um, you know it, DJ Drew. You know it. He said, hell yeah, the best for last. Shay. Um, all right. Yeah, so I just definitely had to come on here. I wanted to just be able to spend a little time with you guys, you know what I'm saying? And, address everybody. Us Aries fire first and then think later. You true that. True that, true that. I give you guys props too because um you guys a lot of Aries that I know are doers, man. Like they get the idea and they're like, boom, they on it. They making it happen. They're not just sitting around thinking about it. Like they're on it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Zahara73. At currently right now, we don't do no Skype. We are working on getting that Skype thing situated. So pretty soon we will be offering a Skype session. So that way, we can look at each other while we do either a reading or a consultation. There's kind of a difference between the two. But yeah, so definitely. Thank you for that question too, by the way. You're a doll. Am Erson, huh? Yes, there is a reason. There's always a reason, you know. Synchronicity abounds, right? So, anyways, I hope y'all are well. Don't let me take too much time now. You know, Papa Shango gotta get to mixing up potions and tinctures and doing all kinds of shit. You know, I'm not doing no singular questions right now, Zara. Sorry about that, cause I got to get going right now, and then it's not fair to everybody else. And you know, Papa Shango like to keep it fair. You know, I can't just do one and stuff. So yeah, but you can always contact me also by way of the website www.shango-ray. There's also psychic email readings for those who just want a couple questions, specific questions answered. That way I can tap into your questions, shoot, record a audio, email it back to you, and you get what you got. Yeah. I'm glad you understand, Zahar. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, because then I'm gonna have to answer everybody's question, and I got to go. So, with much love, I say to you, peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate you very, very much. Please get that. Okay, this fucking anahata shit just ejaculating all this love energy on you. All right, make sure you get it all. All right. Um, Sharonica, I don't know if you've tried the dollar bill spell, but that's like one of my. I only have like three super duper popular videos. They're like thousands and thousands of views on them. And one's a money spell, one's a domination spell, and one's a stay on their mind spell. And those are like my three most popular ones. Bye bye, Mama. Nicole. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here. We will be back again tomorrow. I'm gonna do some Juju Crew action for all my Juju Crew members. An energy reading for all specific, Juju Crew members. Okay, so peace and blessings to y'all. Thank you for being with me and for choosing to be here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you want to be Papa Shango.